Do you believe? Because I don't believe they actually sent any of the astronauts into space. I think they're just a bunch of Freemason actors. The reason I say that is because if you look at today, currently, was it 2004, 2005, where Richard Branson started up Virgin Galactic. He failed just about every single time just to get into outer space. And then he supposedly, on was it just a few years ago, supposedly made it into space. And Neil deGrasse Tyson says, no, he didn't actually go into space. He's up there in the sky. But if you ask me if he's in space, he goes, no. That's regarding the latest missions. So my question to you is, do you really believe that these men, of course, you obviously you're the one that's really put it out there with anybody in the world about the moon landings being fake, of course. But in your estimation, do you believe they actually went into space in any sort?
Yeah, my belief is that you can orbit the Earth, but you can't leave Earth orbit because of space radiation. We have footage of like a can of tuna fish spinning around, and it would be very hard to fake zero gravity. At the same time, there's other footage. That was TV footage, video footage. There's film footage of the same capsule where that's supposed to be in zero gravity, and it appears the cords, the umbilical cords attached to the same astronaut are falling. So I don't know why that's the case, other than maybe one was shot in Earth orbit and the other was shot on Earth, and they edited them together. So yeah. If I were faking a moon mission, I would film as much of it real as possible. So maybe they could land, but they couldn't get out because of the spacesuits, and I would land and fake the walk. Or maybe they could orbit, but they couldn't land, and I would film real Earth lunar orbit. But we have them faking being halfway to the moon, which means they can't go halfway. They can't leave Earth orbit. So I'm not sure what that is all about. And while I believe the space station is real, there is footage that they claim is from the space station that seems like it's fake. So I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe the space station blew up. Maybe there's a secret second or third space station, so they're faking one of them. I don't know what they're up to. We know that NASA cannot be trusted. And one of these guys, allegedly on the space station says maybe someday we'll be able to go to the moon. So I think the space station is real, but then I also believe that some of the space station photography is fake. And you just don't know. Again, it's wicked. Wicked is blending truth and lies together, and NASA can't be trusted. You've seen the pictures of Mars that lay right on top of pictures in Greenland. So that's fake. Yeah. And until NASA comes forward and says, we're sorry, we faked the moon mission, I wouldn't trust anything they said.
Here's something funny, Bart, I want to interrupt you. We know about, from Werner von Braun, his book, when he was in Germany, it was translated in English, Project Mars, where he visualized a colony led by a man named Elon to lead the expedition to Mars. It's funny how supposedly Elon Musk is the man doing it today. So I look at the world as being a stage. I look at these as Freemason actors that never been in space. They're just playing a role on the world stage.
Yeah, I mean, there's one from Command Center, and I'm sure you've seen it. It seems like you're pretty organized. You might be able to bring it up, where they're allegedly talking to people in the space station, and then it goes green screen, for a few seconds, just like the guys in Atlanta who claimed they were in Iraq. The KC-125 spacecraft, which you're showing, it would be really hard to sustain zero gravity photography. You can see, even though they're doing it, they're still falling, to the bottom of the aircraft. So that's why I think it's genuinely in Earth orbit, at least for part of the mission. Maybe they were up there for one day, splashed down a day later, and fake the splashdown 8 days later. I don't know. But when he has the peanut butter sandwich floating by and the can of tuna floating by, it looks like real zero gravity to me, which means he's in Earth orbit.
And well, they have those zero-G planes, Bart, that they can go and have supposed zero-G.
Yeah, but I'm familiar with those. They're called KC-125s, and it's very difficult to sustain that effect for more than a few seconds.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, Bart, what I was going to throw at you is it's for about 20 seconds. But when you look at the footage, they're it's not looped. They're clip by clip. It's cut editing. You can see it clearly They don't extend over.
I'm admitting, part of what you're saying, that some of the space station photography is faked. I mean, there's that one where he's passing the balls and then he passes a non-existent ball. There's a part where the green screen comes on. Why they're doing that, I don't know. It's probably because the crew is actually at another space station, a military one, or I don't know. But I believe that they can orbit the Earth. I believe the Earth is a sphere, and I also believe they're faking part of Earth orbit. Why? I have no idea, but they're a bunch of liars. So they're going to do what they're going to do, right?
Yeah.